Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's OelGrez's Carrier Sunday and Rubber Duck Carrier Fleet. We'll take a couple of our carriers out for a run around the block. See how we do. I It's been a busy week, kind of a lot of work outside. I was kind of stepped away from the desk for a while, but I made sure I did a little bit of carriers tonight, and so I'm kind of finishing up after running a few battles and stuff with these carriers, just trying to keep it going. So these couple of clips here are didn't really edit them too much. Like I know the one I kind of sped up a little bit, but then once I was able to get it under the 15-minute mark, I was able to leave the rest of it. So most of the clip of there and the other one are intact. And I'm starting out with the Japanese Tier 3 carrier that we have. And it is a permanent paint job. This carrier will, I have a choice of three, I do believe, with this carrier. And this is one of them. So I can switch between each one. And see what happens is you have camouflage you can acquire for different things throughout the game, and you can put it on your carrier or your ships. But once you put it on there, you'll use it up, and then you got to put another one on the next time around, and you can switch them up. What happens is if you get enough of the camouflage one color, you can make it a permanent paint job. So that way, all you do is go up to the permanent paint job thing, click on that, and then they'll put that paint job on that uh, warship. And like I said, so that's what that permanent color. I think this one has a couple others. Um, there's a few of my surface ship has permanent camouflage. Not everything. I have too many ships for that. That costs money after a while. Sometimes you have to buy the camouflage. Um, this I think I was acquired through a Halloween special type thing, and I purchased the camouflage through that, and then I was able to make it a permanent paint job on this carrier here. I do think I have another surfer ship that has that same Halloween camouflage, but I'd have to look. I'm not sure. You sure do. Needs intelligence data. And that's pretty much my role basically as a carrier. Um, is getting up there and kind of pointing out or showing where everything on the map is that might be out of sight. But I'll light it up and say, "There's something over here." Um, Here's a good example. I'm starting to do this. Okay, I found their carrier. I did my run. I pushed through, and there's a carrier. I was going to go after the carrier, but why risk my aircraft when I know I can go after something else and contribute to the fight? So I'm bringing the torpedoes over to these battleships and cruisers and see if I can help take some of the damage down on them. And what I do is, so when I point out their carrier, and if you notice, there's a couple of ships that are heading in that direction. They're going after it, and they can go after it instead of them having to try and search for it. So, and that's the reason I kind of do my run. And I usually start out with the bombers, and I'll drop a bomb or two, and then I'll push through, kind of seeing where everything is at, and then go look for the carrier, which is usually in the back somewhere. And usually, not remember, this is AI, so most of the AI ships have their set pattern. So if you figure, you can kind of know. And one thing I do is see with the little marker that shows like a little bomb. That's an indication that's an enemy aircraft. The only thing that has bomber aircraft would be a carrier. So if you follow that marker and see where it goes, you can follow it back to the carrier. Or you can see where it's come from. Like right here, there's a little marker showing that there's a plane, like a scout plane or fighter plane or whatever. It's a marker. That would show you that there's the carrier out there. There's no other ship out there that would have a spotter plane up in the air. And that's what that little round circle, like crosshair circle thing, that's an indication of that. A ship has an aircraft up. If it's red, it'd be an enemy aircraft. If it's blue, it'll be an ally. It'll be one of your. Look at that. Did you see that? Oh, I like that. I like the way I was wondering about that coming up over that mountain and being able to drop down. Just trying to think like if that was like could see that from the ship the aircraft just coming in, dropping down, and shoo right into it. I got 2 shots on that. Um, Now I'm kind of just getting turned in a direction. I'm going to try and close distance between me and the other ships. Because right now the ones that are needing the most attention is quite a ways on the map. See, there's one right there. And there's one, oh, there it goes. So now we can go after the carrier. And the reason I'm saying hold off on the carrier is there's no reason for you to lose aircraft when surface ships can do just as much damage to that carrier than your aircraft can. So let the surface ship get in close, lob shells, and maybe protect their ships or protect our ships from their fighters by bringing in close and providing AA for those ships if you can kind of maneuver it stuff that way. Right now, I'm making a run on the carrier and just look at the devastation it does to the flight. So I'll just say, and this is what I mean by not coming all the way, drop, and totally miss. Let's see, now I'm down to what? Lost all those aircraft, I think. Or did I bring some back? It was hard to see. I couldn't see it. But that's the kind of choices you gotta make. Right now, there's nothing else. There is just the carrier, so might as well go in and do some damage. And now I'm going in with torpedoes. I switched it when I got back to the carrier, and we're gonna launch some torpedoes into this carrier. So, tier 3. And it's kind of getting to line up too. It's kind of, it takes time to get it. Just I still miss, but here we're gonna put 2 in. 1, 2. We put 2 in. See what I mean by not totally? We did some damage, but trying to sink it is kind of tough, and we've lost a few aircraft already. I think there's other things that it's. He's getting shelled. Listen, that's how it's done. There you go. Drop those in, let it go. That's normally I don't get a second run on the carriers. That I don't know why, because he might have been busy or could have done some damage to the AA gun, so I wasn't taking as much damage going in. But I've had those carriers eliminate my whole flight without ever getting a hit. So here we go again. Now we're going to, this is the Ryan. This is a German aircraft carrier, tier 3, and the commander of this here aircraft carrier is Starscream. That's why you hear Starscream and commanding and always being kind of anti Autobots. So, but no, it's kind of neat to have the voice of Starscream. A couple of my other surface ships, I have Bumblebee and I had Optimus Prime as one commander too. And those you had to buy. Those are kind of like specials when you're doing they had some of the specials, and I bought the commanders so I could have the voices on the ships when I'm out there at sea. It kind of adds a little flavor to it, kind of a little interest. See, this is where I got it sped up. You can hear it. And even like here too, I'm doing the same thing now. I'm starting to do that more instead of just going straight after the carrier. I'll do the eyes in the sky thing first. Kind of let's point everything out, see where everything's at, see where to push. And this is the first time too I've had players going, okay, let's concentrate on this 10-4, and then I'll help to go in and concentrate my aircraft on that one that their signal to go, let's focus. And that's kind of part of it too, is like if you get a good team and you say, okay, let's all focus in on, and you can take one of the big ones down quick and then go work on the next one and kind of just push into an area with instead of being a single ship standing out all by yourself, because you usually get picked on and get eliminated. Carriers have a tendency to be the last ship because they do hit like Artie and World of Tanks. They usually sit on the edge, where me, I kind of stay off the edge, kind of work my way in, and like right here's a good example. Here's a chance to get some cap points because I notice nobody's around A. The enemy ships are so far away, and that's why I'm making a U-turn to come back and see if I can get some cap points by going on the capture A, and then that also closes the distance between me and the other carrier, plus gives me a little closer distance to go after the other ships on the map. And the thing what I'm doing there is I have the carrier pointing in the direction of that A capture point, and then I launched out, and that way that carrier will continue to go and go up, going on the capture point, hopefully. But see here, this is what I'm talking about. If I can't remember, it was kind of sped up, so I couldn't hear it. But I know some of the surface ships, some of our ally going, okay, let's target this ship here, and I respond by saying okay or 10-4, and then I go in against that one that they're fighting. See, and we're concentrating fire on that one directed by, and that's teamwork. I keep repeating it. That's teamwork, but teamwork. It looks. Yeah. See them come get the torps into them. They're gonna go ram each other. I see captures. See, I did get a capture flag. All right, because see, my carrier was going to A, because I sent it there while I went out to go and fly, and I got the capture point on that. Okay? Script clip, please, Mr. Voiceover. Transitions and music has been put in place. Script lift has been pushed down. Good job, everybody. Carrie Sunday, good. Geez, I wonder what sometimes. Oh, script clip. Cut, print, and post. Put it in the cannon on the shelf. From ELE Studio, Sunspil at OelGrez's. Thank you for watching, and thank you for following. Hey, we did it. Slide this one down. I'll leave us a little space for Mr. Editor.